Welcome to the LEEA Code of Practice Quiz, Edition 9.1. We are testing your knowledge on the general requirements found in Section 1 of the code. This quiz contains 50 essential questions, and this is Part 1, questions 1 through 25. Grab a notepad and let's get started. Question 1. What is the recommended maximum interval for the thorough examination of lifting accessories? A. 3 months. B. 6 months, C. 12 months, D. 24 months. The correct answer is B. 6 months. Explanation. Source: Section 1, Inspection and Examination. The recommended maximum interval for lifting accessories is 6 months. Question 2. What term is defined as the maximum load an item of lifting equipment is designed to raise, lower, or suspend? A. Safe working load, SWL. B. Maximum rated capacity, MRC. C. Working load limit, WLL. D. Minimum braking load, MBL. The correct answer is C. Working load limit, WLL. Explanation. Source: Section 1, Key Definitions. WL is the maximum load the equipment is designed to handle. Question 3. When must a thorough examination be conducted, even if the periodic interval has not passed? A. After every major shift change. B. Only on the equipment's anniversary. C. Following exceptional circumstances, such as substantial repair or collision. D. When the operator requests it. The correct answer is C. Following exceptional circumstances. Explanation. Source: Section 1, Inspection and Examination. A TE is required after installation and following exceptional circumstances. Question 4. Which term describes an item of equipment used to attach the load to the lifting appliance, e.g., shackles, slings? A. Lifting appliance. B. Lifting machine. C. Lifting accessory. D. Supporting structure. The correct answer is C. Lifting accessory. Explanation. Source: Section 1, Key Definitions. A lifting accessory is used to attach the load to the appliance. Question 5. Who is primarily responsible for performing the pre-use inspection, which is a basic check for obvious damage? A. The competent person. B. The manufacturer's representative. C. The operator/user. D. The site supervisor. The correct answer is C. The operator/user. Explanation. Source: Section 1, Inspection and Examination. The pre-use inspection is normally completed by the operator before each use. Question 6. The Safe Specific Application Working Load, or SWL, may be reduced below the WLL if which conditions are involved? A. Standard atmospheric conditions. B. Hazardous duties such as shock loading or temperature extremes. C. Lifting non-fragile loads. D. When using a single sling leg. The correct answer is B. Hazardous duties. Explanation. The SWL is determined by a competent person considering particular service conditions, such as hazardous duties. Question 7. What is the purpose of the factor of safety, FOS? A. To define the WLL in metric tons. B. To act as an allowance for wear, impact, dynamic loading, and accidental overloading. C. To ensure the equipment is properly stored. D. To determine the required training level for the operator. The correct answer is B. To act as an allowance for wear, impact, dynamic loading, and accidental overloading. Explanation. Source: Section 1, Key Definitions. The FOS is the safety margin that must not be eroded. Question 8. How often is a thorough examination recommended for goods lifting appliances, such as cranes? A. 3 months. B. 6 months. C. 12 months. D. 24 months. The correct answer is C. 12 months. Explanation. Source: Section 1, Inspection and Examination. The recommended maximum interval for goods lifting appliances is 12 months. Question 9. Which legal requirement mandates that the lifting operation must be adequately planned, supervised, and carried out safely? A. Training requirement. B. Maintenance requirement. C. Planning requirement. D. Inspection requirement. The correct answer is C. Planning requirement. Explanation. Source: Section 1, General Legal Requirements. This is one of the 8 summarized legal requirements covering the lifting operation. Question 10. What is the fundamental principle required for new lifting equipment before it is put into service? A. A 10-year warranty. B. Verification to an adequate standard and conformity documentation. C. An emergency stop button. D. Color coding for WLL. The correct answer is B. Verification to an adequate standard and conformity documentation. Explanation. New equipment must be verified and issued with conformity documentation, often called the birth certificate. Question 11. What must the user ensure to prevent a reduction in the required SWL when selecting equipment? A. Inform the supplier of the specific intended use and adverse environmental conditions. B. Only select equipment with a stainless steel construction. C. Always specify an SWL exactly matching the WLL. D. Use only metric measurements. The correct answer is A. Inform the supplier of the specific intended use and adverse environmental conditions. Explanation. The user must inform the supplier of the intended use and adverse conditions to ensure the correct SWL is applied. Question 12. What type of inspection is a second level of check focusing on critical components with frequency determined by a risk assessment? A. Pre-use inspection. B. Thorough examination. C. Installation check. D. Interim inspection. The correct answer is D. Interim inspection. Explanation. The interim inspection is the second level focusing on critical components based on risk assessment. Question 13. What is the ratio that constitutes the factor of safety? A. SWL divided by WL. B. WLL divided by MBL. C. Minimum braking load divided by SWL. D. MBL divided by WL. The correct answer is C. Minimum braking load divided by SWL. Explanation. The FOS is the ratio between the minimum braking load and the safe working load. Question 14. Which term applies to any machine that can raise, lower, or suspend a load, such as cranes, hoists, or jacks? A. Lifting accessory. B. Load suspension device. C. Lifting appliance. D. Load-bearing accessory. The correct answer is C. Lifting appliance. Explanation. Appliances are the machines that raise and lower the load. Question 15. Which document or record is often referred to as the birth certificate of a new item of lifting equipment? A. The operator's logbook. B. Conformity documentation. C. The maintenance schedule. D. The insurance policy. The correct answer is B. Conformity documentation. Explanation. Conformity documentation is the necessary birth certificate for new equipment. Question 16. What kind of equipment is covered in sections 14 through 20 of the code according to the document structure? A. Slewing jib cranes. B. Specific purpose lifting accessories. C. General purpose lifting accessories. D. Mobile supporting structures. The correct answer is C. General purpose lifting accessories. Explanation. Sections 14 through 20 cover general purpose lifting accessories. Question 17. The term lifting equipment is a generic term indicating what two main categories? A. Cranes and ropes. B. Lifting appliances and jacks. C. Slings and shackles. D. Lifting appliances and accessories. The correct answer is D. Lifting appliances and accessories. Explanation: lifting equipment is a generic term for all lifting accessories and appliances. What must the manufacturer or supplier provide to the user in addition to the equipment itself according to the legal requirements? A. A new competent person. B. Information on the use, including incorrect use and inspection/rejection criteria. C. The entire maintenance budget. D. A lifetime guarantee. The correct answer is B. Information on the use, including incorrect use and inspection/rejection criteria. Explanation: manufacturers must provide information on use and inspection criteria. Question 19. Which section of the code contains guidance on planning the lifting operation? A. Section 1, Appendix. B. Section 27, Vacuum lifters. C. Section 13, Jacks. D. Section 4, Hand-operated hoists. The correct answer is A. Section 1, Appendix. Explanation: planning the lifting operation is included in the appendices to Section 1. Question 20. What is the critical requirement for all items of equipment within a lifting system, meaning the appliance plus accessories? A. That they are all painted the same color. B. That each item seats correctly and aligns with its neighbor, also known as compatibility. C. That they are manufactured by the same company. D. That they have the same FOS. The correct answer is B. That each item seats correctly and aligns with its neighbor. Explanation: the principle of compatibility ensures correct seating and alignment. Question 21. The definition of a competent person includes having the necessary knowledge, skill, and the maturity to do what? A. Design new lifting equipment. B. Write the code of practice. C. Seek specialist advice when required. D. Oversee the entire company. The correct answer is C. Seek specialist advice when required. Explanation: a competent person must have the maturity to seek specialist advice when needed. Question 22. Why must the factor of safety, FOS, never be purposely eroded? A. Because it would void the warranty. B. It is an allowance for wear, impact, and accidental overloading. C. It is only a guideline, not a strict rule. D. It only applies to accessories, not appliances. The correct answer is B. It is an allowance for wear, impact, and accidental overloading. Explanation: the FOS must never be eroded because it is the crucial margin for error and degradation. Question 23. According to the code, what must be adequately planned, supervised, and carried out safely? A. The pre-use inspection. B. The entire lifting operation. C. The equipment storage. D. The equipment cleaning. The correct answer is B. The entire lifting operation. Explanation: this is the third legal requirement mentioned. Question 24. Which specific lifting accessory category is covered in Section 15? A. Man-made fiber round slings. B. Wire rope slings. C. Chain slings. D. Shackles. The correct answer is B. Wire rope slings. Explanation: Section 15 deals with wire rope slings. Question 25. The code states that all personnel who use lifting equipment must be A. Employed for over 5 years. B. Suitably trained. C. Under 30 years of age. D. Experienced only with the specific manufacturer. The correct answer is B. Suitably trained. Explanation: the fourth legal requirement states that personnel who use the equipment must be suitably trained. That concludes the first half of our LEEA Code of Practice quiz. How did you do? Stay tuned for Part 2, where we cover questions 26 through 50.